Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a game. That's right, welcome back. CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 10, Grand Finals. And it is 1-1. That is correct. You might have seen Game 1 and thought, you know what? Tigers got this easy. And then Game 2 happened, and you were wrong. So was everybody on this panel. We got Bulldog wrong, we got Kyle wrong, we got Slacks wrong. And it's actually a really good thing, you guys.
You were also wrong, Sheeper.
I was also wrong, but it's actually a good thing. Because it is way more fun and entertaining to talk about why you were wrong than to talk about why you were right.
Well,
you know, sounds a lot less gloating and stuff.
I was wrong because my choice to win, unfortunately, through the game. You were wrong because you're a follower, Sheever, and you want to be a leader,
Whoa!
not a follower.
I was also the one that was closest to being right.
That's true. I was wrong because I thought Gyro was poo-poo. I thought you weren't supposed to pick that hero, and I thought Storm would win against Huskar, but those two dudes played out of their freaking minds. Meta be damned, those two guys were amazing. It was amazing.
It was amazing. Bulldog, what's your reasoning?
I think I was right, honestly. It was mainly just because Tigers didn't play well enough. So I was kind of right. We were all right, but we didn't expect Navi to play that well.
Yeah.
Jesus, magical.
I think.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think Tigers is onto something though, because they keep shutting down Magical in lane. Like twice in a row now, they've kind of picked his Storm really hard, and he seems to be the whatever it's called, the thermostat for Navi. When he's hot, it's hot.
Oh.
What happens when he's cold?
They're cold.
Can they warm him up? Is it possible for them to warm him up?
It's probably possible. We have some hand warmers here in the studio.
This is a weird flex, but it's okay.
What?
All right. No, talk to me about that game, because it was quite crazy. Very different from the first game we saw. Laning stage already was still looking. It was looking a little bit better from Na'Vi, but it wasn't actually going the way of Na'Vi during the laning stage.
No.
It was actually Tigers that also won the laning stage of this one, or at least semi-won, because something went wrong on that bottom lane.
Something went wrong in all the lanes. How did Storm Spirit kill Huskar? It did not.
Shouldn't happen.
In the first few
So
levels, it could be happening, but as soon as Husk gets some levels, he just destroys that lane. And I don't know how Gary got so much farm in the bottom lane. What happened there?
See, that is the big question. What happened bot lane?
They had an Ogre Core. Stop picking Ogre Core. It worked for a month.
Keep picking Ogre Core. It's good.
It worked for a month. Now stop.
It worked yesterday.
Stop.
Keep it going.
It barely worked yesterday. Barely.
It did work though.
Yeah, barely.
You guys have also prepared highlight clips for from previous game. Yes,
We
you
did.
Yes, you
There's a
did.
lot to go through. Let's go, boys. Get up there.
All right, I'm up here.
Go get them.
That's my piece there. I did a Papega.
All right, so let's check it out. So we're gonna have, here's Huskar, the Silver Edge proc Blizzy with the big stun. I'm supposed to draw. Look at this. That's the Gyro ultimate. This is the Thunder box, right?
That's a circle.
It is. Now Huskar is broken, but he pops the BKB. It does not cleanse the the break, however. He leaps onto Blizzy, but Blizzy is invisible, so he can hightail it out of there. Boom. He's gonna chill in 4 more seconds. He's gonna be able to come right back in and re-taunt onto the enemies. Here it comes. Can you feel it?
But
I can feel
look
it.
at this thing here. Here's
The tombstone.
the tombstone is building up.
Blizzy.
What's important is Undying should kill himself earlier. Just die, Undying, so we got the tombstone. Because now we got two. One here, one here. Look at all these zombies.
Just unbelievable.
They're all like just covering them like this.
There's no chainsaw, there's no pickaxe, they don't even have a katana. They can't deal with the zombies, but it's only the one spawn, so they're not overrun. And Blizzy,
man.
because he doesn't die, they don't have detection,
All right, next
he gets
fight.
the taunt.
Look
and then
at that
There
call.
really isn't much to say.
Wow!
They're just bang, because this is all you can do if you're Tigers, is just sleep.
This is not a game, guys. It's the grand final.
All right, that's it.
Slacks.
If it was up to you, which it will be later today. Later today, Talon will choose the MVP of the tournament, and that person will win a prize provided by Hacks. But if for this game, what's wrong, Slacks?
I'm literally just sitting here quietly.
You all
What are
lost.
you talking about? We were just waiting attentively for you to give us the results on the Twitch vote.
Sure, yeah.
I'm literally just sitting here respectfully. It's the grand finals.
Yeah,
Of a
I'm
minor.
sure.
This is a
I'm
Valve
minor,
event.
you
It's
idiots.
the first minor of the season.
Let's
wrong
take a
with
look
you
at what
guys?
Twitch had voted for MVP by Hacks.
Magical.
Oh,
Blizzy.
Blizzy making
Did Magical even die that game?
I don't know.
Blizzy died that game.
Yeah, but Blizzy made plays.
But he
made
died
massive
as
plays.
well.
Well, thank goodness it isn't, team deathmatch.
It's true.
The
Dota
Magical,
too.
if Magical doesn't have that kind of game and feats against Husker mid, that game will be very different.
But he didn't.
And if Axe doesn't get those calls,
That's important. He didn't. He did do well. And so that made him
Blizzy
win
wins
the game.
the MVP. Great job, Twitch chat.
Yeah.
I understand.
I understand.
Chat doesn't understand anything.
Focusing on the third game of this best of 5, we've seen both teams won once.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen?
Well, that's a great question. Bulldog?
Slacks is the real analyst here.
Hi, everybody. What's going to happen is we're going to have a hell of a series. I
Yes.
predict that we're going to go all the way to Game 5 after this performance. At the first game, I thought this was going to be a terrible day. I thought this was going to be League of Legends Grand Finals, but this is a Dota 2 Grand Finals. We're going all in, baby boy.
We actually have never mind.
What?
What?
We have comebacks and stuff. I was gonna. No, it's not nice.
Oh,
Shade. What happened to
Sheever.
Just
Sheever.
throw shade.
You can
throwing
make
shade.
fun of Slacks'
League of Legends
wonderful
sucks.
wife, but you won't say a
Hey, there
unkind
is.
word about League of Legends,
There
the worst
are
game
a
ever
lot
created.
of people playing League of Legends for a reason. Okay.
Yeah, because they're stupid.
There's a lot of people.
No.
It's stupid.
Because they're stupid.
A lot of people smoke cigarettes. That's not a good decision.
You guys
A lot of people are murderers.
Smoking
smoke,
literally kills you and
play
it's addictive.
Dota.
A lot of people are murderers. A lot
Don't
of people
kill
are rapists.
people.
Just because
Positive reinforcement,
You're saying
guys.
just 'cause a
Yeah,
lot of
dude,
people do
Tell
something
them
that's
what
okay,
they should
Sheever,
be doing rather
should
than
be
what they
playing
should
Dota,
not be
you
doing.
morons.
You should
Play
vote.
Dota.
we're the best.
you should vote. And
Go out and
also,
I vote.
eat a banana every day. just like Moon Meander. It's really good for
God.
you.
Not everybody.
Apple.
Not everybody can eat a banana every day.
Yeah.
Yes,
Why?
they can.
Some people are allergic to potassium.
Excess potassium? Oh, well, how about drink water? No one's allergic to water.
Oh, don't do that.
All right,
I
you
met
guys.
someone once
Game
who thought
3.
he was
Let's
allergic to water.
Let's talk about some Dota 2 here, because we are in the grand finals,
Monster.
and we will be heading into that draft very, very, very soon. Don't worry, by the way, all the votes got reset, and you can vote again once the game starts on your MVP that we will probably judge at the end of that game. Now, Bulldog, what do you want to see here in this third game?
What do I want to see? I
Yeah.
just want to see more of the same. These teams are playing insanely well right now. So I don't think they're going to change up anything, really. They're just going to keep picking their own strats that they feel comfortable with.
But
I
even-
think
Sorry,
Tiger
sorry.
still felt pretty good with that game. Like, sure, there was a little hiccup, but I think they were pretty happy with their draft.
Navi has been banning cores the first 3, and even though they won the game, they didn't really win the lane, so I'm not sure if they are going to be too happy with their games. Are they going to change up their bans?
Hope so. I mean, this team has
What did you
faced.
say?
They faced
You
a
want
lot
to
of.
see PL and Terrorblade more?
They've faced it a lot. I like watching meta heroes
You want to
die.
see more Terrorblade Slacks?
I
I don't.
kinda.
No, you don't.
I miss him.
Don't listen to him.
I miss him.
What do you two want to see then?
Action, blood, guts, and gore. No
wanna see
Terrorblade,
people
no
dying.
illusions. I want zombies. I want lichen. I want
You
as
want
many mythical
lichen?
creatures as possible. Yeah, werewolf.
Didn't you lose to Lycan in your 1v1? Well, Lycan's not that strong other than that.
I was randomed against, and his random was better.
Still
The deck was
salty?
rigged.
You could have re-randomed, you know that,
I don't
right?
believe in that.
You don't believe in
No, I
winning.
don't. It's like a take back. There's no take backs. You live and die by the dice roll.
Yeah.
That is a very... You got your faith in your own hands, guys. You can change your destiny if you want it.
Well,
That's not true. You
That
can only
is
do so much.
definitely true.
I mean, there's a saying that like it pays to dream big, but not everyone can reach their dreams.
All right, so for these teams, you think maybe instead of playing games, we just roll the dice and see whoever wins with the dice rolling? You know, they can just rock, paper, scissors it, and there you go. Your grand final champions, it's Na'Vi, because they went for scissors.
well, some.
Well, scissors would be an amateur move. They would lose if they did that. Everyone knows you throw rock or paper.
Yeah, but I went for a rock. Bulldog went for scissors.
oh, thank
I
God, a
lost.
draft.
All right.
Here we go.
The same band.
Oh, he didn't go
Thank
for it.
goodness.
No,
And the band
no.
complete the same heroes here. What are we going to get here? We're going to get an ogre band. We don't know. Tiger's thinking about it.
What are they doing? They're
37. He's thinking.
What are they
Oh,
gonna
clock's
do?
ticking. 23.
Hands up. Hands up.
Hands up.
Hands up, baby.
This isn't America, guys. You can just talk to the policeman here.
Hands up.
10 seconds.
Please don't get political on the program. If Harambe
is,
was the president, we wouldn't be having any of these problems.
What is happening?
This is the
Peter?
longest a team has ever taken to ban out a second ban.
It's the same hero, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe they just couldn't
Yeah, it
find
is.
That happens to me
So what's
sometimes.
happening, Cheever?
Well, so far, Navi has banned out the same heroes. Let's see if Tigers ban out Treant again and have the same bans there, too.
What is
mean-
this flexing position? I just got a comment on it. Is it showing off
Whoa!
something?
Well, it's an intimidation. If you
And it's
had
the same
muscles,
bans.
you'd understand.
Tree and didn't ban Ogre?
No, he
No,
banned Treant.
Treant.
Okay.
Nice. The Axe first pick. That's what I expected.
Is it?
Lizzie!
After that performance, I agree.
Look at that
Snake
smile.
agrees. He's like, yes, he's going to carry me.
Yep. And
You know-
one thing to note is that the Navi bans, I think part of the reason they're not changing it, they're taking away all the win conditions from Tigers. And so far, Tigers has been relying on this 10th pick cheese. They don't have the ability to go to any of their like strong strategies because I think they're all based upon those 3 opening bans from Navi. And I think they might just be comfortable playing against the cheese. They took their lactate, now they're all of a sudden ready to go, drink that milk, eat that yogurt, and take victory.
Both teams are pretty good at recovering after a loss. We've seen that before in series. We've seen that before over the course of a tournament. Why are you there? You guys, they're just laughing at me
You're
right
just
now.
talk.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I don't even know what I'm
What do
doing
you want
wrong.
from us?
We have the
All right, I
want
want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. Mental fortitude. How much does it come to play in the best of 5? Because I heard some rumors backstage earlier thinking that, well, Tigers lost that game. They're going to be tilting right now.
I don't think there is such a thing as tilt.
Oh,
What?
Okay, I know that is wrong. So let's just ignore that statement
sentence
for a
just
second.
tilted me. I'm pissed.
Well, it depends on the team, I think. You can kind of tell when teams...
No, Lord, no, he coming. Oh, Lord, he coming. Ogre Magi.
I was listening, Slacks. I was listening. What
Go
was
ahead.
having to say?
Go ahead, sorry.
Go on.
What a weird thing were you trying to set up here?
So, I wasn't setting up anything. I was discussing tilt.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so some teams are much better at keeping their cool than others. Some teams get mad. Some teams make memes. But traditionally, the teams that do the best...
Jen! Oh my God!
Oh, Lord, he coming.
This hero!
Oh, my God. Now go ahead, Kyle.
The teams that do the best.
We're not tilting
Such
you,
as-
are we?
So teams like Liquid and OG, they rely on the power of friendship and come into games just thinking, it's like a Kuro statement, really. We might win, we might lose. Kind of depends on fate. All we can do is our best and hope that in the end we come out triumphant.
I don't know if I'd say that. I mean, OG and the TI at least was fueled by hatred.
That's not true.
No?
That is true, though.
It's you
Read the
guys-
book.
Have you seen the picture?
I took it, Shiva. I've seen it.
I know. I mean, that was not the power of friendship in that picture. That was the power of hatred and
That
fuel
wasn't
and
hatred.
rage
That
and
was
revenge.
competitive vigor.
I live my
It's
life
very
by
different.
hatred.
I call it revenge. Revenge is a dish
You
best
guys
served.
stop. Can we not falsify the facts and manufacture drama? All right, the storyline itself.
Excuse me. Have you
was
seen the
excellent.
picture?
Have you seen the picture, though, you idiot? Have you seen it?
Look, that picture was a hoax.
What? What?
It's
No.
fake news.
No.
Valve fabricated it. Oh, God, I'll admit it.
Valve.
I watched
secretly-
them.
It was AR.
It was AR. They AR'd him on the stage. Oh, God.
All right, guys, let's focus on the game here. We
All
have
right.
got the first few picks coming out, and we are in the second ban phase. So we've seen Ogre, Magi, and Lena already from Tigers before,
Yeah, that worries me. a
and the
little bit.
lane
What?
was the lane that failed. But they can always go back and put that Ogre as support and put Lena as a core. Like, those are two very flexible picks.
They
That's
ban out the Dark Willer?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't
Why
like
you
that at all.
done
Now they
doing
like the
that?
hero a lot, and we've seen they switched from the Enigma to Axe now, which makes a lot of sense because Navi they want to be more aggressive. This Enigma sometimes is a bit too slow of a Dota hero, so Navi they want to keep fighting.
Yep.
They picked that with a Chen.
Well,
They go hard, hard, hard
in the paint.
What?
in the paint.
You've never.
That's what it means. That's what Grand told me, actually.
Hard in the paint?
Don't
Yes.
listen to him.
What does that mean? Because
It's a basketball reference, I believe.
In a way, it's complicated. It's a multiple meanings. It's really dependent on the interpretation of those listening.
Gross.
You guys obviously don't get it, so we're going to move on. Storm banned from Tigers. They're sick of the magical storm. It was quite effective. And I would expect...
Freaking overly effective.
Look at the time they have to spend. There's so much thought going into this pick. What will it be? Bulldog. You don't know. It's
I know.
Oh, you do?
I'm feeling the Winter Wyvern.
Hell!
It's gonna finally come back now.
It's been a long time.
I think you mean the
Been a-
Winter Dragon.
A Wyvern is a dragon, though. It's a type of dragon.
Give me that tiny dog.
I don't think you're tiny here. It's way too much single target. And it also somewhat closes their draft.
Last
Okay.
time they went for the Weaver Undying picks.
I think Weaver
this
Undying is still quite good, to be honest. It's just that 10th pick. They don't build around one of their favorite cores, so they have a nice lineup, but there's no glue that provides the victory.
Yeah.
Is Undying glue?
No, the last pick would be. Like, they need the win condition hero, and it was Meepo, then it was Huskar. I think they should have and could have won both games. Another Chavash Tiny.
Yay!
Nice. He owned in that previous game.
Indeed.
He did.
Indeed.
He made that bottom lane work for them and Gyro.
Cool. Why'd they ban Dark Willow, though?
Because it's also a Chavash hero that's dominating. And, you know, if you're going to ban out heroes and you don't really know what your enemy team is going to do, why not ban out some signature heroes like Magical, Storm, and Chavash's Willow?
I don't think you ever laned against Axe, Dark Willow, Slacks. If you ever had, you would know.
Well, what I know.
That is not fun.
Okay.
It is not fun. Dark Willow.
Holy shit!
Damn.
Admiral Bulldog the God!
Called it.
Woo!
It's
Winter
back.
Wyvern.
That's why
Finally.
we're the analysts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still wrong a lot.
You've
Just-
been wrong the 4 last games, I believe. Kyle?
That's not true.
Kyle,
Not
is,
true at all.
Oh, Kyle has, yes.
Kyle has been. The last 4 games, you've been wrong with your prediction.
Templar
Just want to point that out.
Assassin.
Who's counting anyway?
Oh.
I don't know about you guys. I'm trying to get them wrong. It's too easy
Hey-oh.
to get it right.
You're just reverse jinxing?
Yes.
Hey-oh.
Finally, we have TA back on Navi.
Yeah,
He didn't pick it for a few games now, but damn, Magical and TA has won every matchup he played against. And big time.
I think if you are the side of Tigers, Navi, I feel like you got to ban Ember. Tigers now don't want to put Lena mid. They might have been thinking about it, but now I'm pretty sure you have to core the Ogre, the Wyvern again. And looking at their draft, I'm feeling a bit concerned because they're in that same scenario. We have 4 heroes that can play on map and fast, but they have limited damage and they don't have something to build around. Who's like the Aegis carrier that's going to take the game for them? That's their 10th pick. But what are the options available? The Meepo gets banned out and immediate gyro from Navi. All in on this high aggression, just pace. Look at the pace they can play with. They're going to be so fast around the map. They're going to eat towers for breakfast, Roche for lunch, and the major slot for dinner.
Wow. This is not yet the last game. Oh, look, we get a heart.
Why are you facepalm?
Yo! Another gyro. Okay, now that... They might have not been prepared for this last time, but come on.
I think you might Alchemist. I'm not sure, though. I don't like it against TA too much.
If you're thinking about if you're going to play fast, surely an Alchemist is not the right way to go. Or you want something that can match the timing,
Yeah,
right?
you just pick Ember, really. You just pick Ember because it allows you to stay aggressive. You don't really feed to anything except for the Axe Call. And while you lose, it's a very skill-based matchup mid. But if you get 1 kill, it turns things around. And there we go.
Holy woly, he
Wow.
did it too.
He
Bang,
did it.
bang.
That means that you're going to be able to predict who's going to win, right?
Holy.
Bulldog, you're up first, though.
Golly. Yeah, I switched seats.
This is very easy, honestly. I see Core Ogre, I vote other team.
This is very easy for me. I see what Bulldog does. I do the opposite. Navi is going to win. Or Tigers is going to win. Tigers is going to win.
You know you've been wrong so far going against Bulldog, but sure.
That's right. Slack, stop making faces.
Can you please be serious? This is a grand finals
I'm
panel.
thinking. This is my thinking face. I don't do it often.
That's not your thinking face.
Resting crazy face.
Navi.
That's right.
The last time I went with Kyle, we lost. I'm
right.
going to go for Navi as well.
You suckers. I'm taking all the glory of this.
Oh, let's see what's going to happen here in the 3rd game of the Grand Finals CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 10 with Odie, Pixel, and Fogged.
Thank you, Shiva. Yes, ready for another game here in the best of 5 grand finals of the CORSAIR Dream League Season 10 Minor. We have Na'Vi and Tigers ready to go. The drafts are done. It's 1-1 at the moment in this best of 5. Who's going to be able to get themselves back in the lead in this best of 5 series, folk? We've got another game. Na'Vi bringing out that gyrocopter. Tigers with their 5th pick answering with the Ember Spirit. Carl seemed to like the Tigers lineup. What sort of side are you falling on?
Na'Vi set an incredible pace with that gyrocopter last time. I thought that the lane was not going to go so bad. I mean, Ogre and Lina had a combined like 20-something deaths in the last game. I think they should at least be trading out a couple in that bottom one. I mean, I like the pace that Na'Vi set, though. Like Blizzy's axe, he's been absolutely destroying every single game. As soon as he gets Blink Dagger, he always seems to find the catches. He's like Blink, Blade Mail, Shadow Blade build. He's done it like every single time. He just always seems to be in the right place at the right time to find all the pickoffs. And they've got Magical on his best hero, right? His Templar Assassin has been absolutely phenomenal. We'll see how this matchup goes, though. The mid matchup for me is going to be a big thing that dictates the pace. Like the panel was saying, skill-based. But the thing about Ember Spirit is in the mid game, you're able to hunt the TA a lot if your team's able to set the pace and look. And this time, too, now they have stuff that can actually hunt and catch, right? The last game, they just lacked so much catch to really do anything. Sure, they had this Huskar lineup that just wants to kind of like ball down and end the game, but now this Ember Spirit can at least try to set up ganks on the sidelines.
And I'm liking this a lot better as well. We've got, what, 1437 back on the Lina.
Yes.
This was sort of the combination that we talked about that has succeeded in their laning stage time and time again. They switched it around, obviously, last game with 1437 playing the Undying, which is fair enough, but then you sort of put Zephyr in that position on the Lina, where he certainly did seem comparatively more uncomfortable on that hero compared to the 1437 Lina performances we've had before.
He was, I mean, uncomfortable. He was extremely uncomfortable. He missed time after time. His light strike arrays were off the point. Even after like a Yule set up into like a stun, he'd miss it. In the lane too, he like ran into the gyrocopter. There was a lot of things that Zephyr had trouble with in the last game, and we've seen 1437 had great games on the Lina.
Yeah, so absolutely.
So this Wyvern pick too, the Wyvern versus the Chen can be really strong, but that's where I think also the gyrocopter can also have its strength. Gyro versus Wyvern is something we used to see in the past when Gyro was very popular. You can't really cold embrace the targets because he just does majority magic damage. Meander
will be sent away from the top bounty room. We're going to see down bottom. Arjit's able to get himself in with the Shikuchi, take that rune away from Blizzy. So across the map as it is, 3 bounty runes to start off going the way of Tigers.
I'm just looking forward to see what this top lane can do again. So if 1437 and Moon can make the difference in comparison to Ogre, or Moon, Meander, and Zephyr versus the same lane composition.
We'll see how much of a difference that player swap does make.
They know that this courier snipe is coming. The Chen is in position for it, but Tigers, they are prepared.
Yeah, they shouldn't fall foul to this.
Harassment coming out, Magical.
Getting a fair bit onto the TA, punishing, of course, whilst level 1 with just the side blades. No refraction.
Yeah, he killed the whole enemy wave without a single one of his creeps dying initially. But now Magical, he gets all 4 last hits. And Zephyr, he's looking for the courier snipe himself.
And he's going to get it.
And is the Chen?
Oh,
courier,
it's beautiful.
Courier.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. I've never seen that before. Both sides losing their couriers in perfect harmony. A win for the teams and a loss for the animals.
Who was more important? TA had the salve on it. I think the TA's was probably more important. Yeah.
Yeah, he's only got a shared tango and a fairy fire Magical.
Yep, Ember already has extra tangos, so. But Magical, as we said, skill-based matchup. Magical's been absolutely amazing on this Templar Assassin already. 7-3 last hits. But has to be careful here. Oh.
He's got to be really careful. Just that shared tango and a fairy fire. Another ping comes out.
They want a rotation.
Yeah, they're bringing the Wyvern back over.
Yeah.
There's top.
Moon.
We go on to Moon. He has got the missile going his way. They try for the toss back, but it's not going to latch onto the hero. Just a creep. So Moon will be fine.
Magical, getting pressured. He's got to get sent home. It takes quite a long time, but he will be able to get the hell out of there. Sent back and saves his TP so he can TP back to the lane nicely. And that's actually kind of like a reset. He can pick up some regen if he needs it too. So that's very useful coming out from the Chen. And we see Blizzy down bottom, haven't really paid much attention to the bottom lane, but he's cutting creep waves, having a hell of a time. He's not versus an Undying this time that just chases him, spams the Ks. So Blizzy, again, going to be set up for success.
Oh, top lane. Good bit of harass here onto Crystallize. Light Strike won't catch him, though. Just fast enough to keep the distance. And with the salve popped, he'll be back up to full. And in fact, down bottom, it's Zephyr. He tried to come across to disrupt this from Blizzy, but Blizzy ends up getting the whole wave and the first blood. He's salving up as well, so it'd be good to stay down here. You can't afford to just hand a free first blood kill to an Axe that's cutting the creep wave. That's a big no-no.
No, definitely not. And Zephyr really has to step it up. In the last game, he struggled as the Lina. This game gives away the first blood to the... Yeah, like you said, that Axe.
You can't do that.
No, he definitely cannot.
But he did. And he's going to come back into the lane onto mid. At least make sure that Wonder Kid continues to have a great time. Top lane, Chew does get caught out by the chain stuns, but...
We're seeing this lane go completely different already, though.
It's so much stronger this time around for Tigers.
The Ogre Lina, it should do very well versus Gyro, like we were saying last time. Just Na'Vi, they must have had some like incredible... We saw a couple of tossbacks from Chew on the Tiny, but this time around, gonna be a little bit different. But Blizzy, he's
nearly
a
level
hood.
5.
He has a hood coming out on the courier.
No, he does.
He has a full hood on the courier.
Sure, you mean a cloak, right?
No, it's a full hood.
Oh my goodness.
It's 3 minutes in.
3.5 minutes in. He's level 5 with a hood, top lane. At least Tigers may be able to find themselves some positivities. They'll take down Crystallize, but 1437s have to die for the tower for it. So he'll die. Choose
and
there.
Moon might go down too.
I mean, Chew's still got the combo. He's got the
back.
Avalanche, a toss back as well, and the Moon. Fire Blast, trying his best to run away, but Crystallize back in the lane. Won't look to commit. Homing Missile still on cooldown for 8 seconds, so Moon will be fine. But, oh my goodness, Blizzard.
Massive.
Absolutely massive. Hood at 3.5 minutes in, that's unheard of. I know there's got to be the fastest Hood we've seen on an Axe ever.
It might actually be the fastest.
3.5 minutes Hood of Defiance. And level 5. In a couple more waves, he's going to be level 6. You can't get this Axe out of the lane. Top lane. A light strike onto Chew, but the backup's there from Crystallized. In fact, they're looking to chase. Avalanche and Missile comes out onto the Lina. Crystallized getting himself on top. They take down 1437. Moon's got to be careful as well. If the tree comes out, smacks him on the back, and Moon has to head back to heal. He's mid lane. Set up with the chains, magical. He's going to look to just sort of chase this down, trying to get the angle with the side blades, but Wonder Kid keeps the distance and will be fine. Only just, though, going down to 30 HP. He's down to the last Tango and a Fairy Fire.
And look at this, they're applying pressure with the Wildkin as well, so Blizzy's hurting the tower quite a bit here. As Ajin, he's had to use all of his mana to secure some last hits. They will have the Shrine available in about 5 seconds, too, but those bounties, he wants to try to claim them.
I mean, he'll be able to take... Well, actually, will
he?
Seneko, is he quick on the fingers? He's not. Algit will be able to steal the rune. A little on the mana, so can't chase too hard. Has he gone for another Shikuchi? He does not.
He breaks the clarity.
And Seneko will die unless he wants to pop the Shrine of the Stick. And, well, with that popped, he should actually live long enough for backup to come in, and indeed he does. Algit has to retreat. He'll turn. He'll take the creep down. But Ajit will at least get back to safety. Doesn't get that kill, though, that he was hunting and hoping for. Mid lane CS at the moment. You see Magical leading the way 30 to 10, 30 for free, trading the CS pretty well, the two of them.
Yep, and they're ready. Seneko's, while he's been moving around between the bottom lane and mid, since you see he's only level 2 on the Chen, he's not able to really gank and set up since this Axe is just cutting waves. He's stacking Ancients.
I mean,
That's his priority.
Look at this Axe. It's 5 minutes in. 5 minutes in, and Blizzy, he's got the tower. Yep. He's got the tower.
The dream for an Axe. Cutting and getting every single last hit and then getting a first blood. You can't ask for more.
No, I see that try for Chew. There's 3 heroes here from Tigers trying to make the go, but Crystallize, he heads into the midst of them all. He's only level 4, so not a crazy amount of magical combo that he can throw out. Chew's still alive for now. Zephyr from 1437, they'll look to die. Dragon Slave comes in. He needs another right click from Zephyr, though, and Chew, he's doing his best to juke it out through the trees. At the same time, Seneko comes in with a wraparound on the mid lane. They'll kill off the Wonder Kid. Tigers do get the kill eventually onto the Tiny, but as we saw, they did lose that hero mid. They lost the Ember Spirit to a gank from Seneko.
See Moon tanking the tower, trying to make sure that he can protect that catapult so they can try to take this tower early on as well, since they already lost their tier 1 bottom, but they're all very low up here. And Blizzy,
he's taking a tier 2.
He's just keeping he's keeping his catapult alive.
This Axe, I mean, Blizzy, we've spoken to him a few times. He's a very cheery fellow, and I bet he's smiling his face off this game.
This is going to be an incredibly early Blink Dagger.
Oh my goodness, this Axe. This is why they pick it first pick. I think you have to have something drafted to address this play, or you just straight up ban the Axe. You can't let him have it. Blizzy just seems to have the freest game of his life. Surely it is. It's not game over or anything, but this Axe, you cannot emphasize enough how fat this Axe is.
Yeah. In the last game, they did pick something to deal with him, right? They picked the Undying, which is pretty annoying to play versus an Axe in lane and also in the game because the Tombstone. This time, though, it's a free farm Axe level 8. All right, let's see what Blizzy can make happen with it. Because their gyro this game is not out
He'll
to
need
the
help.
same start.
Yeah, Crystallize is going to need help. But by all means, you know, an Axe with a good start, he's certainly the help that a gyro needs.
sure.
That sort of jump and setup that buys time to keep people held underneath the cooldown. Chu does get found. Tigers keeping the 3-man up. It will punish Chu. The cooldown does come in, so Crystallize will look to turn. It's Crystallize with the Rocket Barrage, gets himself on top of Moon. The stick charges will not keep Moon alive. And in fact, there's a wraparound as well from Seneko. As Na'Vi, they'll look to take more than just the one from this. The chase down onto Zephyr being proceeded on by Crystallize. Can they quite close the gap? 1437 goes for a light strike, but he gets dodged by Crystallize. They're still very low. In fact, they're going to send the gyro back. Seneco's still trying to chase, but the backup's there. Seneko won't find the kill onto the Linas, but 1437 will be healed up. Fire Blast from Ogre holds back the Hellbear Smasher. They're also bringing the Ember Spirit up towards the top lane for that play on Tigers. But this is just more space for Blizzy. It's only 8 minutes, and he's nearly got the Blink Dagger on top of the Hood of Defiance. And that is when he can just go to sort of any of these lanes, whether it be towards the mid to set up for the T8 or towards the top to set up for Crystallize, where they have so many opportunities to set up for kills that are going to be so hard for Tigers lineup to punish.
Absolutely. And we were talking about the gyrocopter being shut down. Look at the Weaver, Ajit. He's been bullied. Like, he only has 37 last hits in the lane because this Axe just had such a successful time to just cut the wave, make this Weaver tank creeps under tower constantly, and then he just takes his tower. Blizzy is uncontested.
Yeah, this Axe has got the potential to entirely take over the game.
Na'Vi, 2K gold lead. Crystallize.
They got the light strike. And putting in Arjit as well. Crystallize does get the cooldown off, and Tuesday with the backup. Crystallize should still fall for sure, and he does, but not before Na'Vi get 2 kills in return. Double kill for Chu, good burst of gold for him. Blizzy, a few more creeps. The Blink Dagger's already on its way out. So 9 minutes in.
Level 10 with a blink and a hood.
Has to be one of the best starts we have seen an Axe get.
I mean, he's literally above 500 GPM, so that's pretty crazy.
And he's already looking to make a move. They're not going to quite expect this. They're not going to expect the 9-minute Blink Dagger Hood Axe. No one does. There's Arjit.
Chu's
going up to
tanky.
Chu. It's a bit of a bait. There's the control. The avalanche into the Blink. They get the 2-man call, and it's 2 quick kills. And look at that. Respect from Blizzy as well, letting Crystallize take the kill on Moon. Doesn't go for the secondary dunk. He says, my gyro needs the gold. He's going to get it. I'm a bro.
And where did the Radiant Courier go? Did it die during that? The Courier died. Oh, no. Na'Vi getting absolutely everything going their way this game. The Ember Spirit is the saving grace for Tigers, but the TA is having a perfect time, Blizzy.
Good luck with this.
He's got a hood, but
He's got a hood.
they're right next to a shrine. Can they actually get this man? Nope.
There's
He's
backup
got the
as well.
blink.
I mean, Blizzy will back away. He did have as well Crystallize and Chu. If they really wanted, they could have tried to force that fight, but Blizzy will play it cool.
All 3 cores at the top now as the gyrocopter.
Yeah.
Sure, he died top, but they got great trades out of that.
He was not in a great place in farm, but that one rotation with this Axe and bam, Blizzy boosts Crystallize back up.
Yep, and Chuvash as well, the Tiny. Catapulted forward. We saw what he could do last time on the Tiny. He's already off to a great start too. Na'Vi, 5K gold lead now. It's just accelerating faster than we can even see. Another Ancient stack coming along too, so they can have the TA get enabled by that. Even more so than he is already. Tigers with a very similar strategy to the last game, that's not having a, cheese like a Huskar, but besides that, the side lane's pretty similar. It's not working out so far for them.
I just really think that Tigers, if this game continues to go this way, the way of Na'Vi, they have to seriously consider if they want to let that Axe through the draft. Because even when they do have ways to sort of, at least sort of dissuade him from making these creep cuts, it just seems so powerful. And Blizzy knows exactly how to abuse it.
Every single time you see him just on the prowl. He doesn't show himself in lane at all when he's playing this.
Then your dream comes forward too far. He's going to get caught out by a call. The spin's coming to play, and the dunk from Blizzy. Another kill for the Axe.
Hashtag Blizzy.
Hashtag Blizzy.
He's doing everything right now for his team, and they're even looking to hunt more. Chu.
They are mid lane.
Toss back.
There they go. They've got the control. Magical. Has he got enough damage? It certainly looks to be it. Moon's trying to at least bring down someone with him, but the light strike from 40-37 will not connect. As Chu still alive. Hand of God heal comes through.
And they're cutting. Blizzy's immediately on the way in the rotation to try to get some more catch.
Oh no, here comes Blizzy. Have some mercies in. Cold cold embrace doesn't matter as Blizzy sends him to a cold, hard grave.
7K gold lead. It's just ramping up too fast. They need their Ember. They need this Ember Spirit, honestly, to just be running around making plays nonstop for the side of Tigers. The other heroes can't make the similar plays as this hero does. So I think the Ember has to watch how much he shows himself in lane for Tigers to try to have a chance here, but they're losing so much map control. They lose their tier 2 already at this pace in the game. 8K gold lead. Na'Vi, their game plan working again this time around. And the top lane, you know, the Ogre Lina, they were off to a bit of a better start, but then some quick rotations coming in from a Blink Dagger on an Axe completely changes everything. And looking at like this, you know, the thing is that with Tiger's lineup, they want to be off to a good start in the laning phase. If you look at Na'Vi's, their heroes are fine with going in the later state. A Gyrocopter, if he can get out of the laning phase, he becomes very, very threatening. TA, sure, you have this like this timing where your BKB can start to tick low, but if you are able to farm Ancient stacks and get a Blink Desolator very quick time, look at the heroes on the side of Tigers. Who's the tankiest? It's an Ogre Magi who's not off to the best start whatsoever. He can just get brought down so quickly from this TA.
Oh, look at that goal for Magical. Oh,
he's going to be so rich. Seneko setting up those stacks. And look at Blizzy. He knows. He doesn't need to get more farm. He'll get farm from getting kills. Sit behind your cores, and when they try to make aggressive moves, be there for the backup. Such a great start for this Axe. Tigers.
I mean, you can see Tigers, yeah, they know that...
They know something's up.
Crystallize is sort of the easiest pick-off, but at the same time, they know that there's going to be some sort of trap set.
Yep. And they don't have their level 6 on the Lina still either, so they need that extra burst. They're giving 1437 the lane to try to get him that Laguna. They now have it for that little bit more burst damage. But they're not farming much on the map here because of this. We see Na'Vi. Look at the way they're displayed across the map. Magical's just like, cool. Farming Ancients. Mid, Chavash. Farming. Top, the Gyrocopter's still able to get this farm. They're getting so much more out of the map. Magical was just level 12. Now he's level 14 from farming all those Ancients. Great movement on the map so far by Na'Vi, just controlling time and time again.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're still hunting on this top lane, the three of them.
Radiant's middle
Now it's spotted, and look at Blizzy.
They're just collapsing in on this
Immediately.
Na'Vi. They know this is a fight they can take, and look who's there. Blizzy straight in, two-man call. All the setup in the world that Na'Vi need to easily get those 2 kills.
He's got a full pipe now on top too. So the physical damage is pretty limited on the side of Tigers. Now they have a pipe thrown in on top. That Ember Spirit, the Ember Spirit's not going to be able to do much of anything if the Axe is there.
Magical's got a blink on top of the desk, so whilst this has all been going on, they're hitting all of their item timings at record pace, Na'Vi.
They can look to do the Roche with just the TA and the Chen. The rest of the 3 can run around the map for Na'Vi and look to get these kills. As it's, 12K gold lead. It's getting out of hand. It's been getting out of hand from the beginning of this one. But it's getting even more so as Seneko, he will get spotted, going for some deep wards, and will be punished.
They got to try and kill a bit of money for In Your Dream. But he's going to need a hell of a lot more to really catch up to the pace of the others. I mean, you can see just the difference in the mid laners at the moment. 4.7k net worth on Ember, 9k net worth on Magical, closing to nearly double the net worth that this TA has, as the net worth difference as a team just continues to drop so far away from Tigers.
And the experience too. I mean, it's 16 minutes in. That's an over 10,000 experience lead. That is something you don't see every day.
And Na'Vi are absolutely crushing it.
Yep. And full map control when you have a TA on your team. Like we said, they have so many options that they can look to they can just go for the Roche with the TA and the Chen and have the rest running around. I believe the Tiny as well, Chuvash, now has a blink because the TA was just ancienting for the last, 3 minutes or so, while he just farmed the mid lane. So level 8 Tiny with blink. This core Ogre has a Vanguard, but he's level 7.
I mean, we're going to have seen it 2 games in a row, them trying to run the core Ogre. I know it's worked out for them in the past, but maybe against Na'Vi today, it's not the way to go.
A miss by Blizzy this time around.
He's going to get Winter's Curse. Zephyr will therefore be able to TP out as Chu a little off the mark with the Avalanche. Zephyr's on the high ground. They don't quite know the exact position. But
how can Tigers take fights? They're just going to... Na'Vi can just go on Rush Pit. With Pipe, the damage is just not there for Tigers.
The team fight from Tigers, it's that Winter's Curse. That is it.
And it was just used.
That is it. there's nothing else.
And they're not really that much physical either. The Weaver doesn't apply that much when he's into these type of heroes. Like Tiny and Axe, when they have this type of farm, they can just get on top of the Weaver and kill him immediately.
"17 minutes in, Na'Vi." Well, I'll tell you what they are. They're continuing to make that Drow strat look worse and worse. You know. Oh, bottom lane Chu. He's got the setup, and they got the dunk. They got the kill. I mean, this team game one. Remember how they looked when they had a Drow strat? You know, I'm saying that's the Drow lineup. So if Na'Vi have done anything, they've put in a pretty serious petition to get Drow strats buffed. Because they got stomped with the Drow strat. When they don't do a Drow strat, they are just absolutely walking over Tigers this series. Both game 2 and now this game 3, it looks like they're on a totally different level, Na'Vi.
Yep. Seeing Seneko playing his Phoenix, seeing Seneko playing his Chen, the 2 heroes that he excels at the most with his team. And it's working. It's working beautifully. Wow. And Blizzy, of course. I mean, we've already time and time again said how well this man plays the Axe, and he's just taking it to a new level this game.
Yeah. And I think, you know, this top, that's another catch. And Na'Vi, when we've been talking to them, they've seemed very confident. They've said that they have put serious amounts of preparation and work in before this LAN.
And you can see it.
We're seeing it all come together in this grand finals. Exactly the point where it absolutely has to. You know, one series away from securing a ticket to the major and taking away that first place grand prize here at the CORSAIR DreamLeague Minor.
And look at this, they're constantly on the hunt. He's able to get the Remnant out. I believe he's going for the Maelstrom build first. They want to have some physical damage, or they want to have some actual damage to come out, but that's also more magical. And they're going to be playing into the Axe Pipe, which we already mentioned, and I believe Gyrocopter, very close to BKB. Same thing with the TA. You have to imagine these 2 heroes, they're going to go for those early BKBs. Game for Tigers looking nearly impossible now at this point, as they're just trapped in their base mostly. Look at the mini-map. They have the Weaver farming bottom, but everybody else is just stuck in the base, unable to farm and push out versus Navi's dominant map control.
BKB, Desolator blink, pre-20 minute mark, you're going to be very happy as a TA.
Absolutely.
Very, very happy.
Over that 600 gold per minute mark. Yeah, he's doing great. Now we talked about Blizzy's item build. This time he varied a little bit, right? He went for the pipe because he realized how little physical there was and how all magical it was on the side of Tigers. Doesn't even care about the Blade Mail. He's just going for Shadow Blade. Go for that hunting. Just keep looking for those pickoffs time and time again. As they're going to just keep pushing all these side waves in, and Tigers just still unable to really find positions to get outside the base. Every time they do, that happens. And they tip him. So now they're looking for some type of plays with their 3 stronger heroes on the map, but Na'Vi, they're done with making plays. They're ready to close this game out, go to the high ground, get a pick off.
Straight in, that's a core ogre.
Not anymore.
As I say, I feel like Tigers, they've got to really change it up in game 3. None of this sort of, you know, repicking. This ogre Lina lane, they've tried it twice against Na'Vi. It has not worked.
It's just not successful.
Sure, this game, it was a little better than game 1. But it wasn't really a lane that would transition into a way that was going to be able to address the issues elsewhere on the map as Blizzy making the lead and making the call happen as they catch out Zephyr once more. Magical jumps in with the Melt Strike to bring down the Wyvern.
And Rocket hits the Lina, and Crystallize commits.
He is dead. He's got a buyback. There'll be a buyback straight away. Hand of God comes out from Na'Vi. They start to back off a little bit, but Blizzy? Oh, he's in again. The 2-man call, setting things up, but he is getting punished. Laguna Blade comes down onto him. Blizzy may fall.
Can they get him?
He's trying to back off, but he'll die. They get the big kill onto the Axe. Can they get anything more, though, Moon? Trying to push them away, but they've already taken the range racks in the middle lane. As Na'Vi will not get the melee racks for now. The biggest kill we've seen for Tigers so far this game, and Magical. He's ready to go back in, jumps in onto Moon. Moon is dead for 35. They've got the combo onto the Ember as well. That's 2 dead without buyback. The Winter's Curse could cause that man to die, but no Magical. He'll stay alive. The BKB in the mail's there. Sentry's going to be dropped down against the blink off as well. To disjoin the right click from Arjun. Magical will survive. And they're back in. Desolator striking into this Rex. Melee Rex will be claimed.
He's still keeping his Aegis alive. 40 HP. Oh my goodness. 22,000 gold lead. We're at the 1K per minute again. Age is going to be reclaimed in about 8 seconds, and Na'Vi just continuing this beautiful display.
And if Na'Vi, as I say, with this game, pushing themselves potentially to 2-1 lead up in this best of 5 series, if they can repeat this performance in Game 3, this is absolutely going to be one of those sort of finals that you can say, you know, Na'Vi, when they turn up to the major, this is a team that can absolutely give the other people in the major a run for their money. It's not, you know, if they can continue to just perform like this in the grand finals of a minor, they're going to scale well at the major.
Yeah, definitely Tiger's going to have to go back to the drawing board, try to figure out something to do versus this Na'Vi.
Yeah, you can't, as I say, let him have that axe. Blizzy just got so far ahead. He was set up for one of the easiest games he's had here at LAN.
Yeah.
As he has been so enormously massive. There's nothing that Tigers can do about him. There's nothing that Tigers can do about the team as a whole. It's 25-6, only 23 minutes into this game. As Na'Vi look to take a second set of racks. They're ready to dive for kills if Tigers want to continue to find. Again, Blizzy. He's in with the control onto Arjit. Do they have the damage to kill him off in time? Cold Embrace will be there, protecting Arjit for now. They'll turn their attention towards Zephyr. Arjit will get himself back towards the base. There's 4 dead on Tigers, none with buyback. They'll be back up in about 10 seconds, 3 of them, but not before a second set of racks is taken from them.
You have to imagine they're just talking about the next game now. This game is absolutely out of the bag. There's no way that you can come back in this unless Na'Vi does some fountain diving several times. Yeah, they just have to go back to the drawing board, and I think they have to consider this axe ban and maybe change up their opener a little bit. It's just been an absolute treat for Na'Vi fans in particular.
And to do it sort of 2 games in a row
with a gyro.
With the gyro, without the IO.
Yeah.
At the start of the day, again, in the interview with Blizzy, he said they're just going to turn up and play their game, play their strategy. They're certainly doing that here.
Absolutely.
Just by picking this gyro, something that we hadn't seen from them yet, and showing us how well it can work, even when the lane gets crushed. As GG is called, Game 3 goes to Na'Vi as they now lead 2-1 in this best of 5 grand finals at the minor. 1 game away for them from securing a position at the major. Tigers, they have to pick it up big time.
Absolutely.
2 games in a row where they've looked underwhelming. They haven't looked on the ball. They've not looked like the Tigers that we've seen many times this round. We know that there's a lot more that Tigers can sort of get out of themselves. But you just got to sort of hope for them that they're not sort of caught in this downhill slump now. 2 severe losses in a row. Can they pick it back up?
They're going to need a lot of big changes and just people to step it up, right? Like Zephyr definitely having a bit of a hard time. We've saw in the last 2 games. As Lina had a bit of a tough one. Then he gives the axe that free kill bottom, giving him a 3-minute hood. They need to really step it up and come up with a new plan to deal with this Na'Vi that looks pretty damn scary.
Absolutely. The only loss so far this series being against sort of that Meepo pick and the failed attempt with the Drow lineup. The 2 games where they've really got to play proper Dota, one of them against a Huskar pick, have just looked phenomenal for Na'Vi. They need 1 more win to make it to the KL Major. Will they be able to do so? We'll find out very soon. We're going to have a short ad break, but as it stands, 2-1 for Na'Vi against Tigers in this best of 5 grand finals.